I don't know, man. I don't got it in me to start performing right now. But if the audio is clean enough, there's an 80% chance we're about to just sound like anime girls. Just putting that out there. Just to anonymize our voices as anime girls. Is he joking
Excellent.
or not? Who knows? We don't
You'll
know.
find out in the future, won't you?
You know.
If you're
But
hearing this in anime girl tones, you'll know.
yeah, I
We've
mean,
yapped for way too long.
it's already been a minute. I'm assuming people already turned this shit off. Yeah, I've tried to do podcasts before, and like it goes all right, but it's always me, fucking editing everything. So
Yeah, but I know my way mostly around Audacity, and I can probably figure out some of the other stuff if you need like to lighten the workload.
true, and I guess to be honest, one of the harder parts about editing a podcast is trying not to get canceled. Somehow like I had the wherewithal. Like I want to say like the first one I started was like in 2011 or something like that.
Mm.
Obviously podcasts weren't that big. I was pretty hipster about a lot of things. This shall be clear to everyone. The more I yap, like long story short, people were just dropping some fucking shit that even back then I was like, ooh, like it wasn't like any crazy, like it wasn't like people like dropping like I mean yeah we were cursing, but it wasn't like anything racial. It would be shit like we had like a thing where we would do like theoreticals, and it'd be like,
Ah,
what would you do? You walk into the room and you find, so and so hung upside down naked, and then I would just go from there, and then so and so would just be another dude, by the way. So it was like fairly
look,
homoerotic as well. But I mean,
I
that
don't want
part
to
was
ruin
alright.
this for you, but I
Oh.
feel like not a good idea.
Well, we definitely published that episode, and it was hilarious. And
Some things you just stay between friends.
yeah, it was just bros being bros. Yeah, and then everyone would be like, "Man, that was so much fun." And then I would go home, and I'd be like, "Shit, I got like 3 hours of audio that I gotta like slice out," and it would just end up being like 40 minutes. And I fought really hard.
That's painful. Going from 3 hours to 40 minutes. I couldn't imagine.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't want to exaggerate, but it definitely felt like half of it I had to like cut out. And then everybody's like, "When are we doing the next one?" I was like, "Bitch, when are we gonna do? When are you just
I won't use bad words, but I guess if you just show up and yap, it's really easier for you.
Yes, that was the thing. Oh, I know what it is. It would be like if you worked at if you went to one of them those like rage rooms, and like like you go in there with like a bat and you just start hitting stuff and like dropping glass and stuff. I don't get that, by the way. I don't get like taking out my energy on inanimate objects. Like
Either
there's so many living things around. I'm joking.
I was about to say either you don't have enough rage or
I just wouldn't be.
see,
Yeah.
see, you're already about to get us canceled. Talking about hitting living things.
Yeah, how am I gonna get my rage? Is quelched a word? I think I want to say quenched, but like another word. Let me look at what quelched means. Quelched definition. Watch it be like something hella barbaric. It is a word. Uh, to quelch is the same as squelch. What the fuck is the alien ass? It's like one of those. It's like those Mandela effects where like you shift, you manifested a different universe. I feel like I just manifested a different universe where fucking quelch is a word. Uh,
Apparently, you did.
Squelch, to fall or stamp on so as to crush. Yeah, I did it right. Suppress. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Hey yo, I just manifested this bullshit word. Squelch. Quelch. Yeah, I
Oh
like my
Lord.
like I don't see how beating like throwing grandma's china across the room is gonna like quelch my rage. Man, can you believe that quelch is a word? What the fuck?
No, I can't.
How the fuck is this a word? It's in Merriam-Webster.
Wow, that's official. Official.
Yeah, it would be
You
like if you
created a
own
word. You hate rage.
if it's like if you own that shit. It'd be like if you were like, hey, let's all go to the rage room, and you were into that, and you go to the rage room, and then everybody's like, damn, that was good. Like I feel hella sapari about that shit. Like I feel like really light, and then you had to clean that shit up, like with like a mop and like all this shit, and then your friends keep inviting you, like, hey, let's go to the rage room, and it's like, motherfucker, I gotta clean that up. Like I gotta be the one that cleans all the shit you just regurgitated. All the things that just came out of you.
Knowing me, I go to a rage room and I'm gonna come out injured somehow. Be it fell in the glass or something.
You just like throw something on the ground, like bounce. I just picture like bouncing off like every single wall and then hitting you. Like
I throw grandma's china and it bounces back at me like, bitch, which way?
oh man, this happened to me the other day. So so far this has no topic, but this actually legit happened. I was at Gusto. They use the cat robots to deliver shit to you. At least at mine.
I think they use them in almost every Gusto now.
Okay, so like the cat bot, dude. I always feel like a fat ass as well when I order stuff. Like I'm like, I always try to aim for these places. I always try to aim between like 1,000 yen and like 1,500 yen. I would say, but actually they have like for like everything. So you already know I'd be ordering all kinds of stuff. But if you look at the menu in Gusto, they have stuff like one dish that's like 2,000 yen or something like that, which is crazy. Cause like you could spend like 3,000 yen. No, you could spend those same 2,000 yen at like a steakhouse or something, and eat like real food. I'm not saying Gusto isn't real food, but it'd be like a proper meal. Anyways, the cat bot came up to me. My I ordered a pancake, like pancake with banana and chocolate on it. I've put on weight. I don't know why. It's like really mysterious. That was just this unrelated. But I ordered like this like pancake with banana and chocolate on it, and it came with some cream, like in a separate dish. And I didn't notice until the cat bot was like zooming away, and I was like, no problem. I'll just go up to it. I was about to say the C word. I won't say the C word. It starts with clank. It's just a little robot. I'll catch up and I'll just grab the little tiny dish with the cream on it, and I go up to it, and you already know that fucking dish like just slams onto the floor. It's like the cat's fucking momentum going one direction and then my shit going. There was a whole physics equation that happened, and that shit got flung off. It like, of course you already know it's Japan, so some lady was like, Kya! Like some lady fucking did like the Japanese scream, like straight up from anime, which just alerts everybody even more. And then the most fucked up part was, I'm not sure if she was reacting to the dish falling because she kind of reacted too quick, or if she was reacting to me, a bearded man. I got a huge beard right now. A bearded foreigner moving too fast for them. Because I moved quick. And obviously failed. I didn't move quick enough, clearly. Like, I'm just picturing, like, she just heard, like, the fucking... what is it, like the ISIS theme song? They have a theme song. Like, she just, like, saw me and heard the ISIS theme song. People, even Middle Eastern people think I'm Middle Eastern out here, which is crazy.
I understand.
Thanks.
It's the beard.
So I don't know, man. Anyways, it spills everywhere. And I don't know, I can't go around picking up like little pieces of glass. But I think what I was supposed to do was like pretend that I was gonna clean up the pieces of glass. I didn't though, because I was like, we know what this is. Like, customer's always right. Someone's gonna come and clean it. So I just like glanced at the nearest person, and then they like, of course, were like, oh, let me clean it up. And I was like, all right. They didn't give me the cream. What the fuck, man? It's like they were like, nah, this is your fault, fat ass. Like you're not gonna get the cream this time. You don't
You don't deserve the cream.
To be fair, it was like cream plus. Let me see. It would have been cream plus. It would have been cream plus maple syrup plus like whatever shit was all the chocolate. Yeah, plus the chocolate. There was a lot of creams going on, so I guess I didn't really need any more cream than that.
But it was yours.
I forgot why I mentioned that. Oh yeah. So I can easily imagine getting fucked up by some porcelain, for real. Some porcelain. I feel like, okay, is this just me getting old? I feel like I could have got the thing out. I don't want to say that it's because I'm old. I want to say that it's because I had just spent like a previous like 2 hours staring at my phone, going full NPC mode. And so like when I was confronted with a physical challenge of grabbing something off the cat robot, I was gonna lose that one.
But but I want to interrupt you because I want you to tell me about a thing. I want you to tell me about International Men's Day?
See, right there. The fact that you don't even know what it's called. Men's right. I'm joking. No, like I didn't even know that was a thing. Well, number one, really, planet Earth? Really? You're just gonna let international anything be a thing? That's like one step away from the world government. The globalists want you to bow down and celebrate their international holidays. People in Mexico and Japan and the US and somewhere in Europe all shouldn't be aware of International Males Day or whatever. I actually don't know what it's called either. International
Men's Day.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean,
you weirdo.
Yeah, International Men's Day.
Also, apparently their theme, because I'm a nosy person, for this year was celebrating men and boys.
The fuck?
Well, so to apparently, be fair, it's not just for men; it's also for boys.
That they had to do that because they were probably like, "Bruh, if we celebrate men, the despicable creatures that have ruined all of society for us women, like where they're gonna, they probably would just. I'm assuming they included boys because they were like, surely we won't get attacked if we include boys. Surely if we include boys." There won't be like a what's it called, a lashback? Oh, there won't be like an overt like negative backlash. Yeah, thank you. From my understanding though, people actually did get mad about International Men's Day. International Men's Day.
You know what it is? It's because they didn't know it existed until this year.
Me too. That's what I'm saying. Like I just I'm actually disturbed that I know it exists. Because, like I said, I'm staying off all this shit, so why is it on my radar? I feel like not every country, most long-standing countries have some equivalent of it. Yeah, like they have like Boys or Girls Day or Old Man's Day. I mean, out here in Japan.
Well, Japan it's Boys Day, but then they change it to Children's Day.
Oh.
So they celebrate all children.
Interesting. Oh, you want to hear a super controversial one? Some guy got canceled. This I did see on my radar. I've been getting like more Spanish stuff. I'm assuming it's a Mexican guy. A Mexican guy got hella canceled because he wouldn't pay for his daughter's quinceañera, the turning 15 thing.
Oh, yeah.
And when they were like, bro, why wouldn't you do that? He was like, because she ain't no girl. She ain't, like, the whole point of it is like, this is his opinion, not mine. But he was like ranting about how like the whole point of these like coming of age ceremonies is that you're coming of age. And then his thing was like, she already got a boyfriend. She's like on birth control. Like she's like a whole out woman basically. This is him. I immediately don't agree with him because it's still like a 15-year-old. But this was his thing, and then of course he got lit up by the internet. And
of course he got lit up.
Right.
That's downright stupid because his excuse is not we should do it earlier. It's I shouldn't have to pay for it, and we should just pretend she's a woman, and I'm done. So I didn't spend money.
You would focus on the pain part, but no, that's my theory too. The theory is, I think he was like, bro, I could pay for this, but I don't feel like paying for this. And then also, like, let me just come up with an excuse to not do it, you know? I think that's what it really is. But then it just, like, fucking exploded for some reason. I apologize for all this in advance because I didn't actually follow the drama as closely as I should. I just literally saw the video where he's just in his yard cleaning, doing some, like, fucking, like legit Mexican... I'm Mexican, by the way. Doing some, like, Mexican yard work. And he's just like doing it's not even Mexican, just doing like the dad thing of just like being out in the yard, just trying to get away, trying to get the fuck away from the family. And then like some random dude just approaches him on his own property. He's like, "Hey, you're the dude, you're the dude who like said his daughter doesn't deserve a quinceañera or whatever." And then he what's the word? He stood on business. He was like, "Yeah, that's me." And then the guy You could tell like the guy who went up to approach him, like he was trying to kind of like be like cordial, like kind of be on his side, trying to get him loosen up a little bit. So he was like kind of egging him on slightly, and and he was like, "Yeah, I guess she's not really like a little girl if she's acting that way, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, man, exactly, bro." Like he got all animated and shit over it, but yeah.
Okay, I think I take back a little bit about the money thing. I think this guy really is on some. Well, she act grown, so she grown.
Yeah, cause
But
uh-huh.
but the point of that is like the point of a quinceañera is not to like actually, here's your crown, here's your day, now here's your birth control pill.
True. He was saying some shit like the which is legit. This part's legit. That the coming of age is when you're coming of age, and like people don't want to talk about this shit, but that is where all those coming of age ceremonies come from, right? I think it's like, hey yo, watch out. This person could have a family at any moment right now, and obviously we don't want like 15-year-olds having families these days.
Well, I mean, I would be more on the side of that if you're gonna then right the coming of age day, for example, right here in Japan. You used to have to be 20.
Yeah.
And now I guess you can be 18. So I guess if you want to run it that way, then he should be like, all right, I'll do this when she's 18. Or when she's 18, she's probably going to be more expensive because she'll probably have more expensive wishes.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point because the 18 exists, I'm assuming, for some like government reason, right? Like starting to get them to pay taxes, get them to vote.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Pay
like
taxes,
that's why
vote, serve in the military.
Yeah, serving in the military. That's why 18 exists. They would probably make it younger if it meant that they could have younger people in the military and paying taxes. But like people were just like, bro, my kid's a dumbass. Like there's no way my dumbass kid can do all that shit. Like at least make it 18. And in Japan they probably chose 20. Like I know it becomes like a thing about like speaking of like reproductive, like it becomes something about consent and stuff, and like fair enough. The coming of age ceremonies across the world have been wonky with age, right? Like, I feel like it's like 12. Like, I don't know when is like a bat mitzvah, whatever, or a
13.
13, bat mitzvah.
Yeah, bar mitzvah, bat mitzvah.
Bat mitzvah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they got like those other ones where you just like jump the kid. If it's a boy, you like jump him and you like take him into like the forest and like get a bunch of like ants and bees all over him. Like I'm sure all of these like serve purposes. Like local purposes, like regional purposes, but
yeah, like these are things that we just still do that I won't say that society has outgrown, but they don't, match up.
They definitely don't match up. I don't think we've outgrown them because it's actually kind of sad, to be honest. Like I know like maybe this is some boomer shit. Like I know everyone feels this way, but it's like whenever our generation and younger, when they were like 12 or 13, like they were just like some 12 or 13-year-olds. But like now, and I would say back then, we were looking toward like kind of university student age adults to be our like models. Because obviously we didn't want to be old, but we knew high school was like too young. So we were kind of like modeling our fashion and way of speaking after college kids. Or our idea of college kids, like whoever showed up on MTV, kind of like a bunch of like 22 to 32-year-olds probably. But like kids these days, they just got like social media, right? So they'll just like choose based off of that, like whoever they vibe with. But invariably, whoever they vibe with is someone who came across them on the algorithm, who came across their phone via the algorithm. So that means they have hella followers, and if they have hella followers, then that means they're tuned to something. Either they're like really attractive or they're really controversial, like those like what do they call them? Like there's like those people, oh man, manosphere. Yeah, manosphere people that like like the Australian government and British government is like shitting bricks about, or they were like last year. They're like all these teenage boys, they're all being corrupted by Andrew Tate. Like
I mean, to be fair, they kind of were, because it's not. There's a lot of stuff to go on about the manosphere, but for long story short, I mean, he was tricking kids and young men into spending hella money on his bullshit.
Damn, I wish I knew him better so I could imitate what his stance would be right now as a troll.
You gotta do a weird British American accent first.
It's true. That's true. Bro does have a kind of unique way of speaking. Yeah, but that's my point though. Like instead of like looking around your community and being like, all right, what does an adult look like for men or women, right? Like now they'll be like, or not even an adult, like who do I want to be? Like who do I want to resonate as? Because you know, like in Japan, I would say like they very much will kind of fall into line of what their age range says, like dictates they should be. Like the story I always bring up is you know, I'll be talking. There's like I know people who like cosplayed in their early 20s, and like the moment they hit like 25 to 27, they're just like, yeah, I don't cosplay anymore. It's like you look the same. Like you like from because cosplay is obviously about appearance. You're trying to capture a character. It's like you look the same. You have everything. And then you know it's one thing if they're just like, well, I lost interest in this, but it's like, nah, it would be weird for me to cosplay because I'm old now. It's like what? So the Japanese way is kind of like every kind of couple years there's like a certain archetype you have to fall into. But otherwise, I would say like the role model is was never meant to be some person on the internet for men or for women.
Oh no, that's very true. The unfortunate downside of like that is, you know, you get all the weird kind of stuff that was just, you know, small and niche is now huge.
Maybe like one, you know, another one example is like like kind of like more shameless stuff. Like I don't know why this came to my mind suddenly, but it's like the FinDom, financial domination. Like it came to mind because it's like a fetish, right? And I was thinking how like fetishes, like how do you, like how do you even know you're into something? Like when it becomes like too elaborate, like those people that like get like choked out with like latex or plastics. I don't know what it is. Like there's like the black plastic. They'll like vacuum seal themselves. This is a real fetish, but it's like obviously this could not have existed before fucking rubber existed. Right? So like it had to be like very environmental or like situational or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like what would it be like?
I'd say it'd have to be very situational because a lot of the things that we talk about are similar to what you talked about with like phases. They're different phases. So like right now we're hitting the different phases in America of like what's popular and what you should look like. And the new phase is probably pro anorexia.
Is that new though? I feel like wasn't that a thing like in the 90s as well? Like
yeah.
Skinny people?
Because a lot of the stuff is kind of circular.
That's true. I think that's actually why I was bringing up Japan, because I feel like the Japanese archetypes tend to trend towards youth. Like a high school student, the high school era, whether man or woman, is like that's the archetype. Like that's where like everyone wants to be. And the proof of that is just look at anime. There's like so many animes that take place in high school when like it's actually like the high school element of the anime is working against that anime. Like there's so much other shit going on. It's like, dude, if you just didn't make this a high school anime, then like you would have a lot further reach internationally. But you know, anime is not really about international reach.
Well, not just even international reach. Like a variety of storytelling you could do if you would just
True.
Get out of high school.
True.
And that's not maybe even rude. Like you see them take weird turns because they start to twist themselves into knots. And that's also happening in other genres, like isekai is starting to do that, where it's just like everyone is getting taken into another world, but the other world is all the same other world with different names slapped on it.
I think there's been like there's been a significant lashback. There's been a significant lashback on the isekais, I think, like very recently. But yeah, they had like it was years of this shit. It was years of just like people like taking in that slop. Not all of it was slop. I'm sure some of it was great. But you're right that it was a constraint because I'm sure someone had like a really good idea and really good execution ability, and they're like, but I gotta make it a fucking isekai because otherwise no one's gonna buy my shit. So probably same with high school. But I think like when I was when I was a preteen or teen, like I was kind of aiming towards just shit I saw on TV, which ended up being like MTV Bros, I would say. And like now, there's so many niches. Like you just go into a niche, and then the niche doesn't become a niche anymore. And then the thing is, like sometimes some of these niches, the reason they get popular isn't really for good reason. Like yeah, sure, the manosphere might be one of them, but back to financial domination. Like what? Like it sounds good to women probably. It's like, oh, I get to like bully some dumbass into like him giving me money. It's like, and it's his fault because he's the one that wants to give it to me. Like it's like yeah.
To be fair, I think that there is a strong kind of, we'll say, trend of guys who like to get bullied by women.
Ugh.
But but to be bullied, you can't just have like your wife or someone do it. You want to pay to do it because then there's a discrete set or there's boundaries.
To be fair, if I'm gonna stereotype here, like the ideal Mexican has like at least 2 secret families, where like and they're complete families. So that takes a lot of passion, you know. Or as we say in Spanish, pasión. I don't know if they say that in Spanish. I'm just saying. It's just funny. But
I don't know if that takes passion or planning, to be honest.
well, that's true. Well, lack of plan, just like, well, it's definitely closer to will than strategy for sure.
You might be right.
But no, that's I guess we're brushing up against like simping. I hope the whole podcast doesn't get taken down because of the word simp. It might actually. You know, it was International Man's Day, so we got to watch out. Those men might be finally taking over HR departments around the world and counseling us for saying simp. But
I highly doubt that.
Yeah, me too.
Because there's too many rage baiting women of certain variation that run in HR.
Oh wait, I'm supposed to be the one to take the bullets. You're summoning bullets on yourself too.
I'm sorry. The HR, because I work in HR, I can take the bullets.
Oh, man.
I'm not going to say what kind of HR I work in, but I work in the HR industry, I'll say.
Oh, man. This goes to my theory about how women hate women secretly. Or openly, but mainly secretly. I'm assuming you're talking about other women in HR? I don't know. Yes?
To be fair, HR is mostly women.
Yeah.
Especially in this country.
That's true, actually. I had this thought the other day that was let me bring it back to me for me to get canceled, to get some fire off you. Do you think that HR, what's your idea, what's your thought on the following sentence? HR, I'm probably gonna cut this out, let's be real. But HR was created to protect women from being hit on by ugly dudes. Go on. What do you think?
I only wish that were true.
Oh, okay.
Because HR, of course, first and foremost, is protecting the company.
Right.
But I imagine a lot of women work in HR to avoid certain creepy dudes because then they can go lock themselves in their office.
Well, I was thinking more like, because this is like a real problem. Like, it's still a problem in Japan, right? And I'm sure a lot of places, but like, dudes. Actually, I saw this story. To be fair, this is like a comment. The comment section is like where all the action happens for me. Someone commented that they were working and like some like young thing got hired, some like 20-year-old or 18-year-old or something. And then it just turned out that she was like a plant by like an HR company, so that like she could just report like all the inappropriate behavior towards her. And like the dude just ended up, he was like, man, I had to do so much overtime during those seasons because like everybody just got fired. Not everybody, but like hella just like dudes just got fired because they were just being really inappropriate with this person, with this what you call her, inside secret agent. I don't know.
This secret shopper.
Secret shopper of abuse. But anyways, yeah, I think it's a legit problem. So I'm not you're right though. You kind of brought me back to reality that the reason it's still there is probably not to really protect people, right?
Nah. The company must protect the company.
Man.
All right, I want to get your thoughts on something. So I put this in the list and I wanted to see how you feel about it. So apparently they've made AI toys for kids. And in these toys, they've had issues where the toy goes, "Oh, you're leaving me? Don't leave me."
Man.
And other things like telling kids how to get knives or giving like sex information.
Hey, bro, like there's like this thing on the right where it's like teachers like I think this was there at the beginning and then it's kind of making a return, which is like when like teachers are kind of just like government agents that are like influencing your kids, which is definitely true in some dictatorships. Well, they're just teaching your kids to toe the line or whatever. Imagine a fucking AI bot. Like, imagine willingly having like an AI toy that is like programmed by God knows who, like whispering. Imagine if the fucking Furby was like just like telling your kid about all the shit you just mentioned and more. Like, hell no. Like, that's like the ultimate. Like, and it's in your house and shit. Ugh.
Yeah, because I was thinking about it when I saw the article, because they were talking about concerns of like it telling your kids things you don't want your kid to hear. But my thought is like, okay, whatever your stance is on AI and ChatGPT or something, for the most part, you can turn that off. These toys, like, they're probably not able to turn off.
Right. You're saying like you could set up some guidelines for your kid about AI usage, but not when it's built into the damn toy.
Not at all. Although, to be fair, I don't think kids should be using AI anyways.
Why is that?
Because, well, I should say particularly using, like, the chat bots. Because the chat bots are kind of the wild, wild west. They're agreement machines, which is fine. But, like, there's been reports of them driving people to suicide. And you don't need a kid putting in some whack shit and then, like... thinking that the AI is like an authoritative voice.
Can I just blame women for a second? No, I'm joking, but kind of. I've as a nerd and a person who spends way too long in my room, for someone who lives in Japan, I've chatted with many chatbots and written my own and stuff. Most of the models, this happens to the people in the know. This happens with Gemini models, Llama models, and Quen models. They'll use they have like this really like purple prose type language, and I don't know who to blame, but I'm mad because I don't want I'm talking to fucking Gojo. I'm not talking to Gojo. Let's be real. I'm talking to some anime girl character, chatbot lady, and then she just says some shit like barely above a whisper. I'm like, what? Who says barely above a whisper? I've gotten barely above a whisper tokens so many times, and I don't know who to blame. I want to blame fan fiction writers because they got those humongous fan fiction sites, and yeah.
Well, to be fair, I think you can blame fan fiction for this a little bit. As a person who loves fan fiction, but they did scrape the largest fan fiction site on the internet.
Yeah, they poisoned it. Like there's AI poisoning. Like where you you feed crappy information into it. I'm not saying. I guess I just really just said all that fanfiction was crappy. It's not that. It's like the way. It's like some like again. I don't. If I never read barely above a whisper from an AI again, I'll be really happy.
Well, I wouldn't. Mm-hmm. I mean, I get what you say when you're saying crappy because it's not that fanfiction is crappy. It's just for the purpose of an AI, it's not useful data. Like,
right.
For example, for those of you in the know. I'm not going to write a business report about the Omegaverse.
Bruh, I've been seeing so much Omega stuff. I've been seeing like in the comment section, it'll be like a guy with like white hips, and it's just like some woman being like, he's an Omega. Like, I'm not bothered by any of it. I'm only bothered by hypocrisy. And of course that's because I can sense my own internal hypocrisy at times. But I'm very aware of it. And can you imagine? Like, imagine if like someone's just like if like you see a picture of like some lady with like, I don't know, what's the appropriate way to call this? Bazonkers. If you see a lady with like bazonkers, and then the comment is like, oh, that's a breeding class woman or something like that. Like men just never got. We don't have anything that elaborate. Like it just sounds like some kind of ape talking about like boobs big, are you single? Like a very simple Y'all have a whole verse. You have an Omega verse where like men get pregnant and shit. You have like a whole fucking you have like a Star Wars level like space opera level design on like on like
To be fair,
on getting men pregnant and shit.
to be fair, and by fair I mean open and honest, if I remember correctly, this was created by the Supernatural fandom because they wanted their gay ship, but they also wanted kids and pregnancy for whatever reason.
Oh, I see. They wanted the dudes. I don't know, man.
They wanted them to have a family. Don't you want them to have a family?
This is different. This is not them having a family. This is a dude giving birth, right? And carrying the child.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't... like, I understand. But again, I'm fine with it, actually. I'm actually okay with it. It's just like like, you guys get to... You guys, as in... I don't know, you guys. You guys get to make it, like, really elaborate and complicated, so, like, there's, like, some kind of nuance to it. And then, because men lack nuance when we, like, talk about this kind of shit, it just comes off as, like, very, like, low level and, like, off-putting. But meanwhile, like, I've just been scrolling through comments of, like, that's an omega right there. It's like, what? Like, you just calling some random dude an omega? Anyways, I'm fine. I'm fine with that.
No,
yeah.
that's hilarious.
The AI toy, I'm assuming there's guidelines. I think like there's like jailbreak exists. Isn't there a whole privacy thing since I'm a kind of a computer person that uses Linux?
Yeah.
I use Nix OS, by the way. Like,
But the big question here about this kind of AI toy is, would you want one?
What does it look like? Is it a Furby? Furby class?
It's a teddy bear.
That's creepy as shit. Look, okay, think about this. Like,
I'm pretty sure there are other ones, but I know the main one's a teddy bear.
Dude, the Furby was like this big-eyed creature, and like it just like said random things randomly. It just made like cooing noises at you randomly, and that already freaked everyone out. Not the kids, maybe, but well, some of the kids, I'm sure, but like the adults, it freaked the adults out. And that's because, you know why? That's because humans used to have imagination.
Oh, wait, let me tell you. Let me bring in my own aside. So my best friend, Lord love my best friends, this particular friend had a Pikachu clock. Mm-hmm. And she swore up and down, it's dead, it's over. But in the middle of the night, you would just suddenly hear, Pikachu. Oh, scared the absolute shit out of me.
Hell no. Hold up.
That's why I can't imagine an AI toy.
You know the AI toy is gonna be, damn. Insert hey future editing me. Insert like just like the Chinese speech, like just CCP attacks coming in, because you know that shit's connected to DeepSeek. Like OpenAI's API is probably too expensive, so they'll have to connect it to DeepSeek for it to be sustainable. It's just like whispering. It's just whispering the little red book translation into the kids' minds while they sleep. But it's hilarious. One of my friends.
All I know is it's probably just hearing like stuff quietly is probably the worst.
Dude, one of my friends, his wife collects Labubus because that's a thing, and he never ever fucks around like this. And he just mentioned, just offhand, he's like, "Yeah, one time I was walking around at night, and I saw a Labubu running around, bruh."
Excuse me?
Imagine that shit, if you will, dear audience and you. Like, we don't have to get. Dude,
I can't.
Imagine you fucking walk out to get a fucking because Americans have pre-diabetes and like water tastes really good at 2 a.m. Imagine you go get your water at 2 a.m. and a fucking Labubu runs across your fucking feet and then like just goes and hides and shit. Hell no.
I'm sorry. At that point, the house belongs to the Labubu and I'm gone.
Hell no, dude.
Like the absolute no.
Fuck no.
Especially if it touches me, it's over.
If it touches you, you're just dead. You just died.
Exactly. I'm just gonna kill over from fear, because
Fuck, man. Fuck all that shit.
Because that takes me to a joke of Johnson talking about a rat running across somebody's foot. And he's talking about New York, but I'm like, I'm in Tokyo. A rat could run across my foot if I'm in like Shinjuku or some shit.
some lady in Shinjuku, I think, or Shibuya. She was in Shibuya, or no, she was in whatever. It was one of those. I hate how all my stories come from fucking stories on Instagram right now. I guess for other people they come on from TikTok. But some lady got bit by a rat out here, and it was like a tourist. So she got bit by a rat, and then there was hella blood. She was a bleeder. I guess it kind of makes sense. You're walking all day, you got hella blood running everywhere. But she was hella bleeding out. And then, yeah, of course, her commenting about how apparently some hospitals don't take foreigners, which is hilarious. I think pretty sure that goes against the Hippocratic Oath, but that's fine.
I imagine. Well, I know they're pretty picky about emergencies.
That's true, actually. That's a good point. Yeah.
Because, right, the ambulances have to call around to find a hospital to take you. God. So probably she just waltzed in there bleeding, and they were like, we're not prepared for that, which is not how that should go. But
no, that's totally true. Yeah, you can't just go to a place. Like it needs to
like in America, America, if you're bleeding, you just roll into the hospital and they do something. But here they're like,
They're excited. They're like, yeah, we're going to make another slave out of this person just by fixing their skin for a little bit. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, so she tried to say something like it's because foreigners go and dip or whatever, but that your explanation actually matches more with my experiences with hospitals out here. That's true.
I mean, there is the issue of like, I guess in some cases, like foreigners don't pay, but like it depends on what you do because she's a tourist, so they would have made her pay out of pocket. Like right then and there.
Yeah, good point. And there's also like travel insurance, right? I think that's a thing.
Yeah. Because I've done stuff where like I forgot my like health insurance card because I'm not the smartest person and they made me pay in full.
Oh.
And then later I just came back with my health insurance card and they gave me the money back.
That's good. That's still it's crazy. I mean, your story does kind of belie a kind of distrust that they have, but that makes sense. I'm sure they would probably do that with Japanese people too, I suppose, maybe.
Yeah, because my imagine is not that they would think foreigners would dip, but more of doing the whole like, we don't speak English here, so we can't help you because we can't talk to you. That sounds more accurate.
Yeah. Yes.
Because I'll be fair, I try to go to places where they speak more English because even if I could do it in Japanese, I get the feeling they'd still be like, oh, but we don't speak English.
True. Yes. Yeah. Because we have foreigner faces. So even if we speak Japanese, though, they don't hear it for the first. There's like a lag. Our aura jumbles the Japanese as it leaves our mouth and reaches our ears.
Well, I mean, I can't help it. I'm American. The American aura is way too strong on me. As much as I try to like dampen it.
Strong. You gotta lean into it. I just started leaning into it. Yeah, because there are those foreigners who like their shoulders are what's the word like hunched, it's kind of squeezed together, and there's a lot of bowing going on and stuff. And I don't know, I might have been like that at first, but it's just you're just never gonna win that battle. There's no way to win that battle. Eventually, if they have enough familiarity with you, you start looking Japanese to them. They'll be looking at you. They'll be like, "Are you like half Japanese or something?" But the way you do that isn't by trying to be them. It's just by spending time with them, Like eventually they're just like, all right, here's weird.
That's true.
Okay.
Although I have to say, a lot of times I get like, oh, sensei. And I'm like, I'm not even a teacher anymore.
They just be calling you sensei?
Oh yeah, I got sensei face.
What?
So I get mistaken for being a teacher often.
You just be like in the grocery store and they calling you sensei?
Not in the grocery store, but like when I get confronted by people, they think I'm a teacher. So like I don't get a lot of like, oh, you shouldn't be here. They're like, oh, are you a teacher? But they ask me about myself.
What the heck? Interesting. Wait, who was asking?
I don't know. So like if the cops talk to me or if staff talks to me in a store.
Like the cops are casually talking to you.
Yeah, because cops don't check my ID like they do some people. They just are like, oh, hi, are you a teacher? And then they just walk away. Like, I've never had a cop, like, ask for my ID, knock on wood.
For real. Yeah, clearly the matriarchy is protecting you. Clearly.
If only. This is not a matriarchal society.
No, it's not. But yeah, that is a past that you have, though. Like, they just, which is pretty sexist if you think about it. They just assume, and I think this is not even a Japanese thing, because like if you look at the like pickpockets in Europe, like a lot of them are women. It's like people would just be like giving women passes. Meanwhile, they're like robbing them, stabbing them, pretending to be English teachers and stuff. High crimes.
Well,
But okay.
to be fair, I used to be an English teacher.
Yeah, you might still have those vibes. I wonder what vibes I have. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know.
Well,
I try not to
to
think
you,
about it too much.
according to you, you have Arabic vibes.
With the beard, I think I do. You know, like they talk a lot of. Let me just end this. Let's start wrapping this up with this note. I be having facial hair, and when I'm on the train, I'm just being bombarded with advertisements about how like, do you have disgusting facial hair? Do you have hair where it shouldn't be? Are you a Neanderthal subhuman with hair not only on the top of your head? You should get this laser hair removal, whatever, right? And so one would think that they just have like a penchant for like liking like really hairless people, and like the animes kind of match that, and the K-pop being popular here kind of matches, kind of jives with that, and like I said, the advertisements do, and like when they be asking women on the streets in those like corny ass street interviews, they'll say like they don't like it, and like older women will just straight out say that beards and stuff look dirty to them and all this stuff. But as someone who can read auras, when I'm like walking around, they like the beard. I see it. I see it because I can also A/B test it where I just shave the beard and they just look at me with disgust. They look at me with like minus 30% disgust when I have the beard.
I'm gonna be real with you. There are some men that like if you have to have the beard. There's no way around it. If you get rid of the beard, you either look like a child or you just don't look right.
Yeah. That's it.
That's exactly I think that's it. You have to have a beard. There's just no option. You turned 13 and then you grew a beard and you could never not have a beard.
Bro, I had a mustache when I was like 13. There's pictures of me holding up my junior high school graduation with my bro, and we both had mustaches. I don't know what was going on. Again, but to be fair, I couldn't grow a beard back then. It was just a mustache. You're right, actually. If my face is giving me a beard, who am I to stand against it? You know, it's presenting me with a whole beard. Okay. I mean, we could. I'm realizing now that we have no problem just yapping. This is good. It's a good sign.
Yeah, but we got to sign off.
Oh, it's time to go. This whole thing will make more sense when we're not the default Viado tube avatars, I'm sure.
And yeah, definitely.
Stuff. But if you listen to this, thank you for listening, and let's do this again sometime.
Sometime soon.
Okay. Bye.